Welcome back to the Enough is Enough podcast. Today's topic, how the narc isolates your loved one. In a progressive series of steps, the narcissist cuts off everyone who loves his partner. That's your loved one. People who love his partner are threats that must be eliminated. In this video, I show you how the narc gets rid of all those who are close to his partner. If you have a loved one, a family member or friend who is in a relationship with a narc, you need my new video series. I wrote it for you. Someone I love is in love with a narcissist. How to get your person to wake up and break up. My war plan gives you the best shot at motivating your loved one to see the truth about the narc and start the process of ending the relationship. This video series is only available on my website, davideclarkphd.com, Clark with an E. Now let me show you how the narc cuts you and others off from your loved one. Many of you are living this now or have lived it. Or maybe it's still to come if your person has just gotten together with a narc. The narc wreaks havoc and destruction not only in the life of your loved one, but in your loved one's family and circle of friends, which includes you. The narc's reign of domestic terror typically happens in progressive stages. Here's what it looks like. Recognizing these stages is one more way to confirm your loved one is with a narc, because normal people never do these things. First stage, seems great, but initially, the narc is sweet, charming, smooth, agreeable, engaging. The narc presents very well initially, but can't keep up the facade of normalcy for long because he or she is a narc. And narcs are going to act like narcs. You start to see cracks that reveal the dirtball narc underneath. The narc has to have the spotlight, the attention, and sulks if he doesn't get it. The narc talks about himself way too much, his accomplishments, his intelligence, his success, his opinions, his plans. The narc will hijack conversations and make them about him. Hey, that reminds me of me. The narc won't let your loved one talk about herself, about what she's doing. It has to be about him or her if it's a female narc. That's stage one. Stage two, less time with your loved one. The narc starts reducing the time you have with your loved one. You know it's the narc because your loved one loves you and you've always had time. Now all of a sudden you don't. Fewer phone calls, fewer texts, emails, FaceTime meetings, fewer in-person meetings. Your loved one will tell you, oh, we're so busy. I just don't have time. We're going to be with his family, his friends. In fact, your person will spend more and more time with the narc's people. You're being cut out. When you do have contact, it will be shorter and rushed. The narc will often be present monitoring the communication because narcs have to know everything because you are a threat. When you spend in-person time with your loved one, the narc will either be present or make multiple calls and texts to check up on your loved one, blowing up your loved one's phone. You're just having lunch with your loved one. Stage three, logistical problems. The narc will play all kinds of games to mess up planned events. They love messing up events. You'll be forced to change the date of a get-together several times, and then your person and the narc won't even show up. You may get a last-minute lame excuse or nothing at all. Your loved one will never get back to you about a date, leaving you hanging. If you follow up, your emails and texts go unanswered. The couple will come late to an event with no explanation or a lame one. Sometimes the couple will come super early to an event, which throws you off and is annoying and rude. You see, the narc is trying to get the annoying and frustrated response from you so he doesn't have to stay and can cut you off. The couple will leave early, way too early, from an event. The message they're sending is you and your event aren't important. The couple will cancel at the last minute multiple times. The couple, after saying they can't come, will unexpectedly show up without warning. Who does that? A narc does that. If you complain about this rude behavior, any of it, the narc will be outraged and use it to cut you off from your loved one. That's really what he wants. If you suffer in silence, which many Christians will do, the narc will continue to mess up your get-togethers and destroy your family or your circle of friends. Stage four, event disruptions. When the narc does show up at an event, he or she will find a way to disrupt it and ruin it. A small gathering of family or friends. Of course, it won't ever be their fault, it'll be somebody else's fault. Or it could be even a big event. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, weddings, funerals. They don't even mind messing up funerals. Sporting events, concerts. The narc will find something to be upset about. Something stupid, insignificant, or just made up in her crazy head. The narc will get offended, feel slighted, feel rejected by someone there. Could be you, could be someone else. Could be Uncle Harry in the corner. Could be the dog looked at me funny. Whatever. The narc will find something. Now, the covert narc won't make a public scene, but will complain bitterly to your loved one after the event with some made-up story about how they were offended, treated badly. Your loved one may tell you the story of what bothered the narc. And if they tell you that, it'll be a clue. The overt narc will make a public scene, absolutely. Have a fit, throw a tantrum, toss out accusations, have a meltdown, scream, yell, cry, or just go completely silent, shut down, and sulk for a while. Then after making the scene, the narc storms out, taking your loved one along. The narc, through your loved one, will demand a big apology for whoever caused her pain. If you do offer an apology, it won't be good enough and be too late anyway. If you don't offer an apology, the narc will use that to cut your loved one off from you. You can't win either way with a narc. Sometimes the narc will show up to an event and be on her best behavior, sweet, kind, charming, acting like her previous scenes never happened. This performance is to show your loved one that the narc isn't the problem. See, I can be fine. And of course, just to keep them off balance. Stage 5, relationship divisions. The narc creates drama, conflict, chaos, and craziness and loves doing it. The covert's clever about it. The overt isn't particularly clever, but it happens anyway in a more obvious way. One of the main tools of the narc is causing divisions, relationship problems among those closest to your loved one. Lies, slander, misunderstandings, political beliefs often used, and playing the victim, all these things help the narc create problems between family members of your loved one, between people in the family, between close friends of your loved one, divisions here and there, between your loved one and a family member, between your loved one and a close friend, maybe you, between the narc and a family member, between the narc and a close friend. All kinds of tensions and conflicts. Your sister drives me crazy. She doesn't like me. Or your dad didn't talk to me much during that event. Whatever. They're making things up. Or they're causing problems and then saying there's a problem. The narc will use criticism and false accusations to pit one person against another person. Then the narc will sit back and watch the fun, and then use these divisions as reasons why you can't be around your loved one anymore, and why your loved one has to be taken away. Now, often the narc will zero in on the family member or friend who is the closest to your loved one. This person is the greatest threat to the narc's control. The narc begins a relentless smear campaign against this innocent person. Lies and bogus charges pile up until one of two things happen. One, your loved one cuts off the family member or friend because she believes the narc's lies. Okay. Or the family member or friend finally erupts in an angry reaction against the narc and your loved one, cuts off the person to please the narc. Either way, relationship over. But the narc isn't satisfied with your loved one cutting off just one close family member or friend. Oh no, the narc wants a clean sweep, which brings me to the final stage, stage 6, isolation. The narc will eventually force your loved one to choose between him and all those closest to your loved one. Because your loved one has been brainwashed and doesn't want to lose the narc, your loved one will choose the narc. Just about every time. The only family members and friends the narc will allow in your loved one's life on a limited basis are those he has fooled, those who think he's wonderful. And there are usually one or two clueless family members or friends who the narc can fool. Let's hope that's not you, and if you get my series, it won't be you. For my strategy to get your loved one to wake up, see the narc as a narc, and begin the escape process, get my video series, Someone I Love is in Love with a Narcissist. It's available only on my website, davideclarkphd.com. That's Clark with an E. We think it's going to make a huge difference in saving loved ones from narcs. And if you want to join us in getting persons away from their narcs, subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my other social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We don't care about the Chinese. We love TikTok. So if you subscribe, there's strength in numbers, and we'd love to have you on our team.